I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Erin LeeAnn Watson. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am doing very well. I'm happy to speak with you, Angel.
Yeah, same here. It's a great pleasure to connect with you. Do tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I am in Chicago, and it's December 11th here, and it's very, very cold. So this is hunker down season here in Chicago.
Yeah, well, hey, as I offer all guests who are freezing off their tail right now, we have in our draft inbox Caribbean sunshine. So if you need me to send that your way, I can always send that, yeah?
Yes, please send it ASAP. I need it.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, Erin, do tell us, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Yes, we are connecting because we are both passionate podcasters, and we connected over LinkedIn. So I was happy you reached out.
Yeah, tell us about your podcast, please.
Yeah, sure. So my podcast is called The Inquisitive Introvert, and I pretty much just interview people about their life story. I guess my main interest is to see how people got from where they were till now. And so that's what I primarily focus on, is the backstory of whomever I'm interviewing.
You know, the guy right before this conversation was expressing that he's an introvert, but doing the podcast has given him the opportunity to get out of his introversion. I thought it was really intriguing as well when he said his earliest, well, not earliest, his song at 12, favorite song at 12 was MC Hammer. And he used to do dance moves. I was like, does that line up?
No, I do have to say, Angel, that being an introvert is an interesting, I don't know, I guess personality trait to have. People assume that, introverts are just kind of like closed up and antisocial, but we're pretty vocal, exciting people sometimes. So it's good to sort of hear stories of other introverts for sure.
Yeah, would you believe that I'm an introvert?
No, I never would have guessed.
Yeah, so there we go. I'm one of those extroverted introverts. So it's like, yeah, I'll go out, I'll do what I'm doing here, but bring me back home, please. All right, so yeah, most definitely. So who did you learn the skill of understanding how to help people in what can seem as a weakness?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I've learned it from anyone, to be honest with you, Angel. I knew that growing up, people would always, for whatever reason, feel comfortable speaking with me and kind of sharing their deepest thoughts or whatever with me. And so I just kind of took that as a cue that, hey, this might be something I could sort of use professionally or as a passionate project on the side. But I can't say that anyone really influenced me or showed me the skill.
But that is a trait of introverts, right? Where people trust you naturally, isn't that?
Yeah, definitely.
Why would you continue to repeat the skill of being the one that's trusted?
That's a good question, Angel. I would say, I think it's because I get some sort of personal fulfillment from it. Having people come to you because they trust you and they trust that you're gonna keep whatever they share between you and them is kind of a huge compliment, I think, to someone's character. So it's definitely a reason why I kind of cherish the conversations that I have and nurture the skill that I have as well.
That's amazing. Well, do tell us where's the best place for us to connect with you.
I am actively on LinkedIn, so you can find me at Erin LeeAnn Watson, or you can find me at inquisitive_introvert on Instagram. My profile is public on both platforms, so I'm really, really easy to find.
Wonderful. Well, do tell us one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Sure. I would say I've definitely grown personally and professionally for the last 3 years. I've definitely been working on my spirituality and trying to hone in my skills in my 9-to-5 job as well. I work in healthcare, so it's a ever-changing sort of profession to be in. So for the last 3 years, I've definitely focused my attention on being a better person and being a better professional as well.
How does that make you feel now?
It makes it feel great. It's always room for improvement in both areas. But to know that I'm making progress is definitely something that kind of keeps me going every day.
Suggest to someone that's listening why they should do what you're doing by digging into the personal development side of your life.
Sure. How do I do it, Angel? Is that
Well,
it?
I would say suggest it to someone that's listening, someone that connected with your story right at that point. Like, why would you suggest to them to do what you've done by encouraging them to dive into personal development?
Oh yeah, sure. I think it's just part of growing up. I think once you get past your adolescence or childhood years, you kind of have to focus your energy on how you're going to be a better version of yourself. I think there are age limits to life. So, if you're 35, just kind of wandering around, I don't think that that's really, a great way to live personally. So I think, at some point you kind of have to be introspective and figure out, what responsibilities you want to take on in life and what goals you want to accomplish. So I would say it's just kind of part of growing up.
There we go. Again, amazing audience. You're hearing it live here from Erin LeeAnn Watson. Erin, let's dive a bit deeper. Let's switch gears. Let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Erin, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Wow. So I have actually two that stand out. One is I was 2 or 3 and my grandmother gave me this sort of stuffed dinosaur. And I had that, so I was like 7 or 8. I just carried it around. I slept with it. I ate with it. It was just kind of my go-to toy for whatever reason. And my second very prominent memory was me getting angry at my parents when I was like 4 or 5 and packing up my Sesame Street suitcase and walking out the house because I wanted to run away. And I think I got like 2 houses down and I got scared and ran back home. So those were things that really stood out to me.
Wow. How do you see these memories connecting to who you are today?
Well, definitely me holding on to something that's important to me is just kind of who I am. I like to hold sort of sentimental memories or materials that remind me of happy times. Me running away just really kind of speaks to my independence and my willfulness. When I want something, I want it. So I kind of, going to that extreme was just sort of an indication that I might be a bit much to handle for my parents at that age.
That's amazing. I don't think you need my help here. I think you connected the dots pretty well all by yourself. Yeah. What's intriguing though is that you were carrying the suitcase with you, right? Which is again, you're holding on of your things, right? Which is
Yes,
pretty
correct.
amazing. Yeah. So they didn't come look for you. They allowed you to go down the street, right?
Yeah, and it was just like, okay, well, it was like, well, let me help you pack. So like a couple of, I don't know, toys or whatever. And they let me walk out and I got 2 houses down and I was like, okay, this isn't good. So I ran from safety of my parents.
Did you ever do that again?
No, never.
Yeah, lesson learned, right?
Yes, absolutely.
If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Oh, wow. I would say definitely Still Dre by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. It was off of Dr. Dre's 2001 album.
There we go. Yeah, staying still is important for an introvert, right?
Yes.
All right, Erin. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Erin?
Yes, sir.
Erin, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
No.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Definitely more than 8.
If you, Erin, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Erin LeeAnn Watson, what would you say that is?
You can definitely live the life you want. You can create your dream world.
Love it. Erin, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
No, I just want to thank you, Angel, for having me. This has been definitely awesome, and I hope we can stay connected.
Yeah, most definitely. I appreciated this very much as well. Erin LeeAnn Watson, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you, Angel.
You're welcome. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.